All right, folks. So you guys know me. I'm all about show and tell, real life. Okay, so I'm in the dirt field, right? It's pretty flat, but it ain't level. I guarantee you that. Putting shelves in this connex, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, so level, square. Okay, if what you're like, this isn't a foundation or anything. It's not on a foundation. It's just laid in the dirt. So level kind of goes out the window, and we start thinking about square. Well, here we go. Let's just take a look. Okay, so I noticed this. And that door's open. It's gonna ruin everything. You can see it. You'll be able to see it. There's kind of a wowie there in the middle. Right there. You're like, that's not quite right. So I threw a string line up on it. All the measurements from the floor are all the same, right? 30 inches. I got 30 inches here, and then an 8, and 30 inches down at the very end. So, you start getting into field fabrication. In this particular instance, I have thrown the level out the door. Been using a lot of string lines and my framing squares. So let's just go measure it right there in the middle. To the string. Boom, it's like 29 and a half. So this connex has a 1/2 inch bow in it, right? It's a 1/2 inch taller in the floor right there than it does on either end. And now this is only over, it's not even over the full length. It's minus 8 feet or so, the full length of the connex. So it just changes the way you build things when you're out here in the field dealing with real life stuff. As you see, it's gonna be a simple fix. All I'm gonna do is drop it down to the string. I'm concerned about one thing: optically pleasing. Learned that in the past couple of years, dealing with things. People say, I want it plumb, level, and square to the world. You guys might know who says that. Well, when it comes down to it, plumb, level, square to the world equals optically pleasing. If you run all your shit square and level to the T, but nothing else is, your shit is gonna look wrong. You're gonna come in and be like, hell no. When you got, say you got, let me flip this back around, a pipe already ran across the ceiling, but it starts over here and it goes to over here, and you come in and you run a pipe perfectly straight down. That one's old, it's been there. Yours is new. Yours is the one that's everyone's gonna notice looks like shit. So it makes more sense to run with kind of what you've got going. Just like concrete, holy moly, concrete's never level, square, but it is a solid reference. Up in Ponca, we ran a lot of stuff off of square because it was square with the concrete. We had some pillars sticking up. They weren't random. Like I said, I don't know what happened. I think one of the forms blew out. It was way off. And we just worked with it. That's kind of what I'm doing here. I literally have not pulled the level out of my toolbox once because I knew this wasn't sitting level. You could buy one of those digital levels and be recalibrating it constantly depending on where you're working at. Calibrating it for this side, calibrating it for that side, the middle. Fuck all that noise. Like I said, I'm using string lines and framing squares. Optically pleasing. If I can the shadow, the light might fuck us. Here we go. Okay. So we're looking at the edge of the wall down there. Look at that. That's, you see that gap between the angle iron here and that wall. That's how I've set all this stuff up. Like, watch, that gap closes pretty much at the same time. Okay, I'm watching it. It's not perfect, but as you stand here in real life, it's pretty fucking close. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, it's a trick with the camera. It's not catching, there's a dark lip before. Either way, it's pretty close. And that's how I've framed all this out. So this is, I wouldn't even call this advanced. This is just field fabrication. This is how we do it. A lot of people don't know this kind of stuff. And I thought I'd take a moment, share it with you. So there you go. You can take that to the next one and you'll know. So while I'm here, I've got a whole bunch of these to do. I got a lot of work right here. Very thankful. I was requested, and that's awesome. So, you know, that just goes to show, guys, that you do a good job. Go out there, make a name for yourself. You'll never be wanting for work. So I'll leave here and I get to go right back to what I was doing. It's gonna be waiting for me. So, all right, be safe out there, you guys. Enjoy.